represents the occult force known as Kundalini. See explanation of key 8. 7. The chariot. The charioteer is the innocent, senses all the senses. The rings by which he drives them, which you will note are invisible. Represent the mind. The chariot itself is the body, and it is drawn by the sphinx. Portrayed is he, for it is only when we understand these facts that we allow the real self to guide our personality. The charioteer is a victor. This key represents the conquest of illusion. The idea of enclosure, protection, instituted to key 7 means crab, an enclosed crustacean. The chariot, the armor of the rider, the wall in the background, the battlements and towers are all symbols of the same idea. The strut is the Hindu Lingabioni, symbolizing the union of opposite forces. Above the shield is a winged globe. The globe is the sun. The rings represent the alchemical element of air, which carries the power of the solar rays. The scepter, the combined powers represented in tarot by the magician and the high priestess.
Tater 45. Cool ashwagandha gummies with vitamin D magnesium, advanced 100% water-soluble formula, NF Ashwa. Relax, unwind, and restore. This is your dietary supplement, ashwagandha advertisement. Thanks for joining us on the Norman Green production of the Ben Shapiro podcast. We're listening to a new song by the John Kitover Band, sponsored by Ashwagandha Gummies.
That is a representation of the great cosmic force. Or to separate.
Okay, this next song we have here is called
The Force manifests itself. The little dog, but must have a master. The magician. The title refers to man as the director of the force by which he transforms his consciousness and reaches the stage known to occultists as initiation. The number 1, which is geometrically symbolized as a point, means concentration, attention, a limiting of the field of activity. This refers to the practice which is absolutely indispensable to all aspirants for truth. Until you have learned how to concentrate, you cannot perform the great work. Armor symbolized desire, and it has been wisely said. This is a central point of occult doctrine, because you cannot even begin to use the subtler forces of nature until you realize that you do nothing of yourself, but simply act as a channel through which the life force expresses itself. magician's left hand points to the gravitation of ignorance by knowledge. The red rose is at the field of attention, which is the workbench of the magician. The implements of wand, cup, sword, and tentacle. They represent fire, water, air, and earth. All filled. Imagination, action, and physical embodiment. The gardens of subconscious mind which is cultivated by the acts of attention of the self-conscious mind. From this garden spring all of the powers of subconsciousness. Lilies, because they are white and six-petaled, represent the abstract perception of truth, as well as the cosmic laws and principles by which the universe is sustained. The astrological attribution of K2 is the moon. The moon is a reflector of sunlight and thus is a symbol of reflection, duplication, as in a mirror. Like ideas, the crescent moon, cup-shaped. Force manifests itself. The little dog symbolizes the intellect, the merely reasoning mind. He is a faithful companion, but must have a master. The magician. The title refers to man as the director of the force by which he transforms his consciousness and reaches the stage known to occultists as initiation. The number one. Force manifests itself. The little door symbolizes the intellect, the merely reasoning mind. He is a faithful companion, but must have a master. The title refers to man as the director of the force by which he transforms his consciousness and reaches the stage known to occultists as initiation. The number one, which is geometrically symbolized as a point, means concentration, attention, a limiting field of activity. Study this key carefully, and it will help you to learn to concentrate, for its symbolism was created to that end. The reason of evolution. The central figure, by his posture, clearly indicates that he draws power from above. This is a central point of occultic doctrine, because you cannot even begin to use the subtle forces of nature until you realize that you do nothing of yourself, but simply act as a channel through which the life force expresses itself. His uplifted wand is a symbol of his ability to direct the natural forces with which he works. Also the hermetic axiom, that which is above is as that which is below. The horizontal gate represents dominion, strength, and control, and is also the mathematical sign of infinity. The magician's left hand points to the ground, a gesture of concentration. The black hair bound with a white band symbolizes the limitation of ignorance by knowledge. The red rose is action and desire. The white undergarment, symbolizing wisdom, is encircled with the serpent of eternity. The high priestess. The astrological attribution of K2 is the moon. The moon is a reflector of sunlight, and thus is a symbol of reflection, duplication, as in a mirror and ideas. The crescent moon is cup-shaped.
Heaven and earth do not act from the impulse of benevolent. They deal with all things as dogs of grass are dealt with. The sages do not act from any wish to be benevolent. They deal with the people as the dogs of grass are dealt with. May not the space between heaven and earth be compared to hello. 'Tis empty, yet it loses not its power. 'Tis moved again and sends forth air the more much reach to swift exhaustion. Let we see our inner being guard and keep it free. Mighty and direct is this will of mine. Have I burned the corpse of my desires? Mighty and erect is this. Give me the sign of the open night, a riddle of shadows where whispers lie. The thorny thigh, the maddening cry, open, they open. Hide them away, a serpent shakes. Ye open, pen, I am a man, do as thou wilt as a god can. Ye open, pen. The eagle strikes with its jagged claw, the beast emerges, the gods withdraw, a storm of silence, a broken law. son of Lucifer, swept through the dawn, colossal swift ascent, on Eden besoul perimeter. He blessed humanity with every curse, and spiced with sorrow the dull soul of breathed life into the sterile universe. With love and knowledge drove out innocence. The key of joy is disobedience. As it is written, but before the stone I am the fire, distributing fire hidden within it. I am the pure knowing
Mothers receive all care, attention, and honor from all brethren. 68 special professed houses will be established for their convenience, should they wish to take advantage of them. 69 being honor offers great social advantages to its members, bringing them as it does into constant association with men and women of high rank. 70, the honor offers extraordinary opportunities to its members in their trades, businesses, or professions, aiding them by collaboration and securing them clients or customers. Elevate house! Elevate house! Everyone, the honor of persuasion to its members, bringing together men and women of similar character, taste, and aspiration. Certainly the secrecy of the order, providing to the members with an inviolable shroud of concealment. 70, the crime of slander, which causes so great a proportion of human misery, is rendered extreme.
the beginning of duality is when you know you are. This is the
I am I am thy mate, I am thy man, out of thy flock I am called, I am God. Filled with bliss and lust of light, oh man, my man, come careering out of the night of pan, I open, come over the sea, from Sicily and from Arcady. Roaming his Bacchus with fawns and bards and nymphs and satyrs for thy guards on a milk-white ass. Come o'er the sea to me. To me.
Never had one less.
Filled with bliss and lust of light, oh man, my man, come.
maddening cry. Open, be open, be open. I am awake. The serpent shakes. Be open, be open, I am a man. Do as thou wilt, as a God can. You open. The eagle strikes with its jagged claw. The beast emerges as the gods withdraw. A storm of silence, a broken law. Open, be open, be open.
War's always bad. If you want to win where you can't be political about how you fight it, where you got to go in and crush the enemy, and that's it. You can't let a bunch of people standing on the sidelines that's not taking the bullets, has no interest in whether it's won or lost for political gains, to dictate to you how you're gonna fight a war. That's how nobody. That's how we. There was never any discussion as to whether or not we should. Right? It was just foisted upon the American people. You just woke up. You literally woke up on Saturday, what was it, February 28th, and the war started. And you had not been thinking about the war the day before.
Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Adam, are you a fascist, Adam?
Yeah, good morning, and thanks for interrupting. Go on. Get over, buddy. That's Kitover. Oh, it's Kitover. Oh, well, I'll Scott.
Excuse me, no, this is communist fascist. I don't know who this Kitover is, but I live in Hyderabad. I don't know who this Kitover is. Why you are all so jumpy about this Kitover? Why he gets you so excited, and why he's so electric and irresistible? Jane, thank you. Hello, how are you, beautiful darling? Good Shabbos to you, and good Shabbos to Steve and Caleb and Scott. Thank you for letting me come on your stage and interrupting the important conversation you're having with Steve. God bless you all. I hope you have a great Friday.
The great Kitover, everybody. The great Kitover. Drove agents away. Not everybody has a high Kitover tolerance. Scott, what do you think about the war? I think it's very interesting. So if you take Abraham and
On the horn of the Give me the sign of the open night, a riddle of shadows where whispers lie, the thorny fight, the maddening cry. Open,
gotta do them. Wars in church, you gotta do them like Lucia did Iraq one. Correct. That was a couple weeks. It was on TV. It was neat. There was missiles going through the people. I'm not saying that was good. Yeah. It was first CNN really 24-hour war. The missiles were going in buildings. It was a couple weeks. We loved shows back then. The military looked fantastic. That's how you can do a war of choice, right? I mean, I think that, yeah, post-Afghanistan and Iraq too, people's tolerance for this stuff is pretty low.
Well, see, the truth is, war is a day-to-day thing, and the United States government has been preparing for this war for quite a long time, whether you like it or not. And a ground invasion is guaranteed 100%. There is no way that we are going to do what we've been doing unless we are willing to deploy hundreds of thousands of combat-ready soldiers to take square miles by the thousands. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
What was background noise? That was disruptive.
Why hasn't it started yet? I don't think.
Okay, fair.
I don't know if they have the political will to deploy troops.
What is the other way out of this other than take the L, right? And it's the Strait of Iran, or to put ground troops. Can someone give me a third option? I can't think of a third option.
I think the likely option is Trump's spin. He loses but says he won. One thing that no one's ever addressed in this and doesn't want to think about. Let's look at the enemy. What does the enemy have a proclivity to do? They destabilized Syria. They destabilized Lebanon. They put terrorist groups in both countries. They destabilized the Saudi Arabia Peninsula. Their stated goal, according to their eschatology, they believe in the 12th Mahdi, is to create enough havoc where they can force him back. That's a theology to what they're working off of. So what we have here is someone that has proven track record, plus the attack on Israel, has a proven track record that they're willing to take the Middle East up in flames to achieve their objectives. We know that they've developed missile technology good enough to almost hit Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. So let's play this out. If a group of people that has this track record is willing to do what they've already done, and they get nuclear weapons and they hit countries within the Middle East, the whole economy, as far as oil, collapses. If you do a let's play this scenario out, and that happens, there's going to be a worldwide banking crisis. Gasoline goes to $10 a gallon. Economies across the globe collapses. Now that's what you're looking at. That's the reality of what these people would do, given they can get a nuclear weapon and use it.
The Trump administration is full of liars.
Maybe you're projecting.
Full of liars.
Maybe you're
I don't believe
projecting.
anything that any of the people say.
I don't believe anything you say, retard. I think you're projecting.
There's no reason to.
This faggot retard is a neo-Nazi accelerationist. You're gonna sit here and let a faggot retard neo-Nazi accelerationist lecture you? Hello? I didn't use the N-word. I called him a faggot retard. Hello?
When we were looking at the drafting of the memorandum of understanding, I mean, you could trust the Iranians as much as you could trust J.D. Vance and the crew to tell you what was actually in the thing before.
We can trust the Iranians as much as we can trust J.D. Vance. Jesus Christ, that's a faggot retard statement.
Adam, let me ask you, what in the scenario that I laid out is improbable?
We weren't attacked, so all of it is.
The point I ask you, given their track history, given what they've already done, given that their religious beliefs, given the fact that they're actively working on longer ICBM missile technology, given the fact that they've had advanced centrifusion,
Why did she kick? Why did she kick?
Give me the sign of the open eye, a riddle of shadows where whispers lie, the thorny thigh.
Hello, this is Communist. I want to say hello to all of you beautiful people. Simon here, he believes in Ayn Rand, and they want to say communism and fascism is all part of Ayn Rand's bullshit. She was an ugly woman who was never sexually satisfied, cooked horribly cold meals, and she was loud and obnoxious and thought she was an intellectual, but her books at best are just common sense. And Simon, you've been found guilty in the court of clownhouse justice for wasting all your time whispering while your girlfriend sleeps in the bedroom. Shabbat shalom, motherfuckers.
Shalom, my brother. Shalom. Am I whispering now?
Rabbanu shalom, good Shabbos. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushenu b'mitzvot v'aviv anu hadikdash Shabbat b'nei pri hagafen. Rabbanu shalom. Hello? Did you hear the good news? Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump are deploying 250,000 Marine and U.S. Army infantry to the Strait of Hormuz.
That's a pretty long number. Wait, for real? No. 250,000? 250,000? Come on. I mean, there's 20,000, 50,000 hanging around over there for sure. Strong, cautionary about deploying Americans. Right, I think that's what needs to be done ultimately, though. Probably. Allah. It's been good, but I'm getting on to some other things. So I think I'm going to close the room, okay? MashaAllah, Norm. Okay, so all the best. Thank you for what you said, especially everybody else, and also Simon and Sapien and everybody. We should continue this discussion, Simon, about altruism, okay? Anytime, man. Anytime. All right, man. Take care. You too. Ciao, ciao. Ciao.
for his entire life. That was an opportunity that we just could not pass up.
Some Coleman family, though, today saying they wish the case did go to trial. It was prosecutors had pursued the death penalty. They released a statement just hours ago saying they thought no sentence could do justice.
A manifestation